Okay, so good evening, guys. Welcome back. We will continue with our Git session. So today is Git day 7 session, and the date is 22nd of November 2025, and the timing is evening 4:09 p.m. IST. Okay, so guys, we'll start with today's Git topic, right? And before we proceed with today's Git session, let us try to quickly recap on what we did on day 6 actually. So the day 6, basically we had no, we had understood the complete flow of the about the Git workflow, right? So we try to understand like how we move the file from the working area, working to staging area, that is the Git add, and from the staging area to the local repo is by the help of a Git commit command, right? Git space commit hyphen m and specify the message, right? And also we try to understand few other basic things about like how you can use a hyphen u option, hyphen e option. Okay, and later like we try to understand why we need a dot git ignore file. Basically there are many files other which you don't want to consider under the git. It means that you don't want to really manage any kind of history for many of the files, right? For that reason we have a git ignore file. So whatever the file or the extension which you try to add into this file, right, that git will ignore all such files actually. And afterwards, at the end, I think we had covered about something on the hash, right? Hash algorithm, where we try to understand, like when we try to commit it, basically internally the commit is going to, internally the Git is going to create one commit actually. So commitment, it generates some commit ID, and that commit ID is some fixed digit. So usually what happens when you're doing a Git commit, Git internally uses the SHA1 algorithm, we call the SHA1 algorithm, to generate this commit ID, and that SHA1 algorithm will what it will do, that it will try to basically create one fixed digit. It will, and this is what the commit ID you're going to get. In later session, guys, we are going to understand more about this commit ID, right? And how this SHA is internally used by the Git actually, and why Git requires the SHA algorithm to do all such things. We will try to go in one more deeper level in our upcoming session. Okay. Now, so basically what will happen, right? We try to understand about some of the basic aspects about the Git, right? To move from one stage to other stage, we use a Git add, Git commit, and all. So, no, many other options we checked it out, right? So this is what we had covered in a day 6 session. Now, you also know that actually, guys, like whenever we are held up with certain things that with any topic, like for example, we are learning Git now, and we want to explore more and more about the Git or something. We know very well that we have an AI tool which is ChatGPT or Google's Gemini or Perplexity. Perplexity, any of this AI tool can be used for effective learning. So I would again reiterate the same thing that guys, when you are learning anything, please also use the ChatGPT to full extent, so that you will learn that particular concept much more in a deeper way actually. That is what the that's what the intention behind. Otherwise, why we had this fantastic tools, right? If a user, if we being a DevOps or cloud or any engineer, if you're not able to use this ChatGPT or right, like the or else, this AI related tool, like what's the use of designing, or what is the use of this tool? So always you have to make sure that in your day-to-day activity, whenever you are learning anything actually, also use this ChatGPT. All these days we were depend upon the Google. Even today, people use Google only. But what happened? We have got some good alternative apart from Google, that is ChatGPT or Google's Gemini AI tool, right? Use these tools effectively so that you'll be able to learn in a much faster way, right? So whatever we learn in the Git, right? Whatever we learn till now, the Git options and the Git commands and all right, you can effectively learn through your ChatGPT also. Like for example, I'll just give one example. For example, let me open the chat GPT. Okay. Now what I'll do that basically, I'll just try to enter some prompts like as an experience DevOps engineer, guide me all the possible options used frequently with examples, okay, for the git command which I would enter actually something. Say this is a prompt you have written, and let's see. So when you're giving such prompts, So what the ChatGPT think, that ChatGPT itself will think that I am a Git actually. So it will consider itself as a Git actually, and then like whatever the command which you give, right, basically try to give some elaborative information about that command. Like for example, if I enter this prompt, so you could see that, see from now, whenever you enter any Git command, I will respond with an experienced DevOps engineer, right? So now you say that okay, fine. Now I want to understand what is a Git does, Git add does actually. Enter. See. So git add, what it does, basically it will give you all the things, whatever it does, plus it also gives you the command. And later what happened, it will also give many options like hyphen U, which we saw, hyphen capital A, hyphen P, see, which you have not seen it, but yeah, hyphen P option is also there. All option guys, it is going to show you. When you're deleting it, you can even add deletion only, hyphen add, hyphen U dot like that. See, there are so many, plenty of options it will give you like this. Similarly, when you try to learn, understand about the git commit, what git commit does, right? It will give you elaborate information plus all the options what to use along with the git command, git with the commit option actually. This is how you need to learn in a very effective way. Clear, sir? So I would again I'll try to reiterate the same thing, that please use ChatGPT to fullest extent actually. And yesterday you also checked, right? We also saw that we use something as a git restore, right? We try to restore, right, from the staging area to the working tree, like we use a git restore command. Right, same thing, if I try to ask what is git restore, right, you will see that actually it gives you all the options. Am I clear, sir? Good. Okay, fine. So now, what is today's agenda? Guys, in last session, right, we had covered about something on the hash algorithm. And I already told you that, guys, I'll be covering it very soon about the hash algorithm and all, right? Like, I will keep it aside that topic because in our upcoming session, I have to cover all such things. But today, let us try to learn some very interesting concept in Git, that is Git branching. So Git branching is one of the very important topic in the Git actually, because in everyday, right, we deal with this Git branching. Right now, the thing is that, guys, when you are working on any kind of a project, suppose you are developing a application actually, right? You are developing an application, and you are doing a lot of commits. Say, for example, you might do a lot of commits. For example, you might do something like the first commit you will do, which you call as a C1. Yes, you'll do first commit C1. Then later you do a commit known as a C2. Then you do a commit C3 and you do the commit C4. So when you are developing a project, when you are developing the application, you will tend to do a lot of commits in every day, in a day-to-day activity, right? You will tend to do a lot of commits actually. So this is a kind of a sequential commit what you're doing one after the other, right? So obviously, being a developer, when you write a code, when you try to do a lot of changes to the code, you will try to commit. Many commits you do actually, right? So it is something like you are sitting in some branch. Say for example, when you try to create a directory, when you try to create some directory, like for example, project A directory, and whenever you want to make this project A as a directory, as a Git repo, you need to always use a git init command, right? You have to initialize it. Once you do initialize it, what happened, right? You will try to write a lot of source files. Like for example, you will say that Rajesh, let me create SRC directory. Under that, I will try to create something like min.py. Fine. Let me create one test folder. I will try to create some file by name test.py, and basically you'll start writing a code inside this file actually, right? So when you start writing a code inside a file, you will tend to write some code, and then you do a first commit, and again you add on some other code, some other files you'll add on, and you'll try to do a second commit, similar like third commit, fourth commit. So what you're doing, that you are sitting on a branch. So consider that this branch to be a master branch, and within a master branch, guys, you are trying to do a lot of commits actually. So this, whatever the commit you're doing here, it is like a serialized commit you're doing actually. It's a serialized commit, which means that one after the other you are committing it. Now, the thing is that life is not so easy, right? Life is not like it'll always happen everything in a sequential manner, right? There are many kind of turns happen in everyone's life, right? So similarly, when you are developing the product, actually, always don't think that, oh, all commits will happen in sequence way, right? So there might be a chance where you need to work on multiple different levels or multiple different releases, actually. multiple different releases. Say, for example, if you are developing some application, for example, you're developing a HRMS application, right? So HRMS basic application is about human resource management system because HRMS basically companies maintains maintains a lot of records of the employees, right? Employees who are working in the company, even they want to maintain the payroll of the employees, right? Payroll of the employees. So basically, you need a software actually. You need a software, and that software is a HRMS application, right? For example, if you want to give an example, you have a company by the name ADP, right? ADP company, they have their own HRMS application actually. And many organization uses this ADP application for managing and maintaining all kind of records of the employees and everything. So many details they have to manage in the company. They want to manage with the different department. They want to manage with the different heads. Then they want to manage with the different payroll. They want to even manage the information about their clients. So many details they want to manage it means you have an HRMS application. Now consider that guys, your company, your organization is developing the HRMS application, right? And you want to do a first release to a client. So the first release to the client, what you are thought of that, I let me release 1.0 version as a first release to my client actually, right? Now the thing is that okay, fine, now the developers will start developing on this application, and they'll try to they try to create they try to create a branch which is by default is a master branch, and then they will try to do a lot of commits actually like this. They'll try to do a lot of commits, right? Now the thing is that actually, okay, let me do one thing. Let me try to go to this uh, Desert Mermaid live editor. So we have been seeing this, right? And this is what the online flow diagram. So I always use this. I'll always use this guys because it looks good actually. And yesterday we saw that, right? We try to create it this. And let me have one more commit so that I'm doing some four commits like this. See, you did the four commits now. Right. Now, assume that actually that you did a four commits, right? And basically what you're trying to do that you say that, okay, Rajesh, I did some commits actually. So from this fourth commit onwards, from here onwards, I need to give a kind of a release to a client actually. Okay, I did some develop the application. So let me give my application as a release to my customer. So from this C4, which is the commit, right, where you're developed, right? You after you committed, you did a lot of testing and all the testing cases test cases were passed. Your application looks good, and you feel like okay, I need to give a release to my end client actually. Right. So here, what basically you're doing that you want to give the release. So this is the C4 is there, fine. But let me do one thing. One second, guys. I want to even tag some name. There is some tag option is there. Wait, one second. Git graph. Uh, tag, tag. Is it tags? Yeah. Let me check if what is an option for you to have tag. I don't remember what is a tag actually. ID, ID. Uh, how to give tag, man? Hot fix. Oh God, where is it? I think I have to.
Rajesh, is it a commit tag?
One second. Yeah, I mean, I just looking into that man actually. One second. I don't. I remember I used the tag, but give me. Okay, let me check actually. Like for example, I'll go back here. And this is the fourth commit, right? The fourth commit I want to attach a tag. Okay, I think I remember now. Tags colon. Is it something I can use V1.0? Let me check. Um, Syntax error, sorry. I don't remember. Check. C4, something I'm doing mistake, man. I think it is not tags, it is tag, I think, actually. Oh, God, come on. What is it, man? How to overcome from this? Lord, I think it is tag, I think. Let me check, man. I think. Sorry, I'm taking some time. Yeah, this is what. See, so you're giving a tag. So you say that, okay, Rajesh, from the fourth commit, what you're saying that I want to release first version, that is v 1.0, to my end customer, right? This is what you wanted actually, right? Later what happened, like, okay, you say that, okay, I release it. So you release the product to your one of the client. From here onwards, you give a tag as a version v.1, version v 1.0 version. So guys, after you release this version to your end client, are you going to stop your development activity? No, right? We still work on many of the features, right? So hence what happened, we'll try to do many of the other commits also. So I'll do commit hyphen id, and I'll just say, let me, what is it? Let me have uh, fifth commit like this, right? And some more commits I will do. So this is in the diagram I'm showing you. Later in the come in when you're working practically, you will see it. We'll do it actually, right? So ultimately, what happened right here, from here, what happened right? You try to give a release to the client, and later you try to develop many more features. That is, you committed C5 and C6 and so on, right? Right. This is what we do basically, actually. But the thing is that actually, guys, so when you are giving, when you are working, or when you're releasing when you're releasing the product to your end customer, actually, so it's not like that you have to sit on the main branch and do all the things, actually, right? Basically, whenever you are trying to do any kind of a releases to the client, right? Basically, what we do that we tend to create a branch, actually. We tend to create a branch. So from here onwards, from the C4 onwards, C4 commit, from here you'll create one separate branch, something like v 1.0, like version release, something like release 1. V 1.0 version. You try to create a branch, and from that branch, basically what happen, you will try to release to your customer. That is what basically we do it, actually, right? So for example, here, after the C4 commit and after the tag, what you do basically, like, you will try to create a branch. So you'll just say branch release underscore v 1.0, like this. You create a branch. See, you create a branch like this. Once you create a branch, okay, basically, I think it has okay, you need to remove, okay, you need to branch, and then you need to check out from release underscore v 1.0. Okay, after that, right, basically the C5 and C6 are not, mm, they're actually, they are, again, what is it, Apti? Uh, Release 1.0, you did a checkout. What is wrong, guys? 1.0, release 1.0. Okay. Release 1.0. Then you did a commit. Okay. Okay. Right. Basically, you try to, from here, what happened, right? You try to give a release, and later what happened, you still further, you still further continue to develop your code, actually. This is what basically you try to do it, actually, right? And after this release, right, this is how you do it, guys, actually, right? So I think this C5 and C6 should come here in the main branch, right? Not because you tend to continue your development from the main branch only. From the release you did it, so I did something wrong here. So what I have to do is, one second, let me check it out. C1, C2, And C3 you did it. Basically, again you did a C4 commit. And after the C4 commit, basically what you did, one second, commit ID C4, uh, tag you did it. Well, right. Yeah, I think I got a point now. Okay, from the C4, from the commit. Nonsense, this is. I think I should stop using this, huh? No, let me check it actually. How to overcome from this actually? I was using this very well, but now, okay. C4, okay. Let me remove all these things. I'll do it again. Okay. So this is C4, and afterwards, what happened, right? You did a branch of rel underscore v1. Okay, rel underscore v1, and then like you did a again you did a commit of uh, yeah, you can do a commit actually. Like I'll tell you all these things what I'm doing, guys. Don't worry. Tag of something v1.0. Yeah, you give a commit here, and basically again you check out to the main. Yes, and then after the checkout to the mail, you do a commit ID, commit with the what is it, C5. C5, yeah, this is what I need. Yeah, correct. And I did a commit of ID of C6, 6 commit. So this is how it happens, guys. What I did, basically from the C4, what happened, right? I need to create a branch that is a release underscore v1.0. That's a release version you have to give it. Once you're doing it actually, then what happened at here, you need to specify one commit actually. Okay, why we commit are required, basically I will tell you. And after that, what I did, right, I checked out to the main branch, and again I started continuing my development activity. So what I'm trying to tell from the very high level, that like whenever you are trying to, when you're planning to release your product to your end customer, so from the commit where you want to do it, from there you try to create one separate branch, which we call it as a release branch actually, right? And from there, what happened, right? You will try to create a branch and release branch, and from that branch onwards, what happened, right? Here, whatever the code is there, all the commits C1, C2, C3, C4, all these four commits are there in this release branch. And then like you are maintaining a separate branch for your end client actually, end client, right? You will release that this product of this one version to your client. Now after some days, now your client will come back and he will say that I'm facing some issue with the product actually, right? I'm facing the issue with the product. Could you please look into it? Right. So he'll come back and he will tell you. Now, what you will do basically, guys, you have to give him the fix for whatever the issue the client is facing. Right. But already what happened, you have started developing many other features, so that all other many other extra features, whatever you are developing, you want to release as a release 1 dot or 2.0 version. You want to release a separate release, you want to do it. So whatever the further development you're doing, right, you have to release in the next release version. That's what you thought, and you have been developing. Now, all of this sudden, what happened? Your old client who was using this version v1.0, right, he's facing some issue, and you need to fix the issue. You need to fix the issue, whatever he's facing. Now the problem is that, guys, actually what you're going to do it actually. For say for example, like this issue, whatever the issue which has come, right? This issue might have come from the from this four commits, whatever you did, what you worked on previously. It means that you need to really look into the issue, and you need to see that okay, I did some four commits for developing that product. Maybe there could be some issue with these four commits. Actually, I have to check the code. I have to fix it actually, right? And also you know that you have developed some more features like C5 and C6. These are the new features which I added. Now you think that, do you have to really give all these features to your old client? No, right? Because he paid the money only for that certain release only, right? Later what happened, the product went into many other development, right? Many other new features were added. It not necessary that you need to give this kind of a feature to your client actually, to your old client. Okay. So you will not give it, so you'll start fixing it. So what basically you do, that from here onwards, what happened, right? You will create one more commit, and that you call it as a fix one, F1 commit. Fix, you'll do something with a hot fix, and that hot fix you're going to give one commit and you will fix it. And basically once you've done a commit which is nothing but the F1 commit, that is a fix commit, Now after that fixed commit is done, then you do all kind of a testing. Then you thought that okay, then you came to know that okay, everything is fixed. Now what happened, right? You are going to give this, what are the fix you did, the hot fix, right? From here what happened, you will give that code base to your code base means you'll basically give that fix to your end client actually, right? But sometime what happened, right? Whatever the fix you did it, right, in this release branch which your older customer face, you got to know that okay, Rajesh, what are the fix I have did it, and whatever the solution I have provided, even that solution should be available even to this C5 and C6, because you have serially worked on these commits. Later there was some issue with these four commits, right? And you gave the fix for your customer. Even this fix whatever you are giving, right, that has to be, that also should be there with the main branch. It means that that fix should also go with the main branch, because there are many more commits are there which depend upon that fix actually. So it means that actually whatever the fix you are giving, right, that fix it has to be merged with the main branch, right? It has to be merged with the main branch. So that's what happened, guys. Like we always work with this branches, because branches what happened, it will try to manage effectively all the release cycles whatever you do the product. And also what happened, right, you will get to know like what kind of a release for which customer you are providing the release. And also you will know that what are the features you are giving. Later what happened, if that fix whatever you did do into the release branch, right, if you know that, if you got to know that that fix I have to even add into the main branch, so that whatever my ongoing development is, the work is there, right, that fix will get added into the main ongoing work also, development activity also. And it will try to fix many other future problems whatever it's coming, right? Then what happened, you basically you take that release and you try to merge into a main branch. So that's the reason having managing different branches is very very effective. Like when you're working on the working on the release products actually, when you're working on releasing the product to the end customer actually. Am I clear, sir? Is it fine, sir? Okay. So now what has happened, right? You will try to give the fix actually. So for that, basically what you do, like you try to give a fix actually. Then what you do basically, like here what happened, you committed the R1 with the tag. And here what happened, that you say that Rajesh, there was some issues there. I'll have to give the fix. So I have to give one more commit. So I'll just say commit with the ID with something like, what is it? F1, fix one, or something like fix one like this. See, you'll give this fix actually, right, to your end customer actually. And later you say that, okay, Raj, this fix, I want to merge into the main branch. Yes, you can merge into the main branch. Am I clear, sir? This is how basically we work on the branch actually, right? So branches allow parallel development. Okay, we might need parallel development environment for multiple customers, right? Because a lot of different customers they need it, so we try to create a lot of different branches. And many times what happen, when you are releasing a product, you will be releasing a multiple version of the product. Hence what happened, that we will also tend to create a lot of different branches. Say for example, here it is a release 1.0, you will try to release 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, like that. Multiple different releases will be doing. So it is always better that you always create a different branch for the new release actually. That's how in the real time that we always try to create new branches for new releases actually. And also sometime what happened, right? You will be doing a lot of POC activities, right? Basically you are, so even for that also basically what happened, right? You have to create a branch for whenever you're trying to do any kind of an experiment, or we are trying to get something like a proof of concept, right? For that also we will try to create the branches actually. Am I clear, sir? Right? Now the thing is that actually, guys, whenever we are working, right, whenever we are working on these commits, yesterday we saw that actually that whenever we are giving a commit basically, right, so here what happened, right, basically you are here in this case, suppose for example you did the four commits actually, right? So basically what happened, right, here what happened, right, your sorry, your master will be pointing to a latest commit. So this is nothing but your master will be pointing to your main commit actually, or the last commit, or the last latest commit, what is the, right, your master will be pointing to it. right? And also we saw that in the last session that there is something with the head actually. Head will be point to the branch. So head also will be pointing to our master itself like this. Head will also be pointing here, right? So what is head means basically head is a or head pointer is I can say head pointer points to the branch which points to the latest commit on that branch actually, right? Since we did 4 commits in this example, so your master will be pointing to your latest commit, that's a C4. So your head will be pointing to the latest commit, wherever the master is pointing to actually. Am I clear, sir? Right? And always what happen in Git, the default branch is master branch, is master. Right? Now, whenever we create a branches, actually, we say that branches and the tags. What is tags? We will discuss later. Tags are, I can say, considered as a reference object, actually, as considered as a reference objects. So, what is this reference object all about? We will discuss in some time. We will come across with that. But basically, what happened, right? Your branches or tags, whatever you set, right? That is nothing but it is considered as a reference object, actually. Am I clear, sir? Right, guys? Okay, fine. Now, the thing is that, guys, let us try to do practically now how we can create the branches. What are the commands which are there related to branches? Even like when I want to set the tags, how I can set the tags, everything we can see it actually. Okay, so let me open the terminal now. Okay, so I am under user Rajesh. So let me try to create a directory mkdir something branching underscore demo. So this is a folder I created, right? So I did a CD onto the branching underscore demo, right? And I did a git init. So you know that we have to always initialize it, right? Git init. Right, sir? Till here, you know. So, but here you could see that actually, guys, like when you are working on the terminal, yeah, you are under the master branch now because by default, when you do it, right, when you work on it, it will be showing the master branch, right? But here it is not showing anything that you are in which branch. Basically, you have to just run git branch command to just to understand that in which branch you are sitting actually. Right now it is not showing because you have not yet did any commit actually. That's what it is not showing the master branch. But once you start doing any one commit, right, the first commit, it will start showing that you are under which branch actually. Right now it's an empty, nothing is there, right? For example, if I do a git status, nothing is there, no branch master, no committed. So once you do the first commit, then only the master branch will be reflected. So here if you run a git branch, nothing it is showing, right? But once you do a first commit, yeah, obviously it will start showing you on which branch you're working, that is master branch actually, right? So here it is not showing anything. Say for example, if you're opening if you're opening your what do you call if you're opening this one, what do you call if you're opening the git bash right here, yeah, this is a git bash. Now if I try to go into the cd to, what is it actually, you are under which this one, yeah, cd to cd usr what is it, Rajesh, right? Yeah, pwd, yeah, and then like you do a cd to the branching demo, right? Now you could see that, guys, it is showing you that you are under the master branch here. So in case of a git actually, what are the git you got installed, right? That will show on which branch you're working, but the same thing in Windows terminal, it will not show. So how do you verify it? You have to just run this command git branch to just check on which branch you're working actually. But whereas here, it will show directly. This is one small difference you will see from between the terminal to the git, from the git terminal to the your normal Windows terminal actually, right? So now what I will do, guys, I will go here back to the terminal. So what I will do that basically I will try to open a Visual Studio Code. I'll just say code dot. So you're opening a Visual Studio Code. right? So you are under branching demo folder. So let me do one thing. Let me quickly try to create some folder here. So let me create a folder. I'll try to create a folder by name SRC, right? And inside the SRC, let me create one more folder here. What is it actually? Let me create a folder by name app, right? Okay. And within this app, let me try to create some file. Okay, I'll try to create a file by name something like main.py. Am I clear, sir? Yeah. So you created it. Fine. Now, apart from this, let me create one more folder by name test folder. Okay. Under the test, let me also create one more app folder inside it. So let me try to pull this here outside. So under the test, you have an app here also. What happened? You will try to create one file by name main.py. Okay. Is it fine, guys? So you created the SRC folder and test folder. Under that, they are having internally one more folder known as app. Inside that, you have created a file by name main.py, and here you have created a main.py, or you can even create a test.py. Anything, okay? You can create a file. So here, what happened? After that, let me create one more file. Uh, One more file. I think I have to create something like dot git ignore file. I created it, but it is under here. Let me move here. Let me try to move outside here so that it is a part of your folder actually, right? Now here what happened, guys, if you go here and if you just open the folder, you could see that you are having a SRC folder. Under that you are having an app. Under that you are having main.py, right? And if you go back here, one more folder is a test. Under that you are having app. Under that you are having main.py, right? And obvious, and again one more file is there known as a dot git ignore, right? So this is what the folder structure what you are having under the branching demo. Am I clear, sir? Let us go here and let us try to do a git status. And you could see that these are all are in the untracked files, right? So what you will do is you want to get it, you want to make it track means you have to always use git add and then say dot, right? And what you'll do, you'll just do a git status. Now you could see that it's turned in the green color, fine. And I'll do a git commit hyphen m. Let me know thing, let me give it the capital C1. First commit, I'll just say that created basic what is it, folder structure something. That is my commit message, right? After that you did a git log. You could see that you did the first commit and this is what the commit message, right? Now you could see that your head is actually pointing to your master, right? Same thing as per the diagram, you could see that what are the commit you do, right? Your head will be pointing to that latest commit and your head will be pointing to your master itself actually. So your head is a pointer to the master where the master branch will be pointing to the latest commit what you did. So here in our case, we did the first commit. So your head will be pointing to your master where that master is pointing to the first commit itself actually. Is it fine, sir? Right? So I can do here also, like if we go to the graph, I will try to remove all these things. So you'll say that Rajesh, I will try parallel do like this also. This is my first commit like this you did. That this is my first commit. Okay, good. Now, what you do basically, now you come back here. Now you do a git branch. Enter. Can you see here, guys? Now it starts showing you that you are under the master branch, right? So now, whenever you want to see the options, whatever the options you are having with the branch command, git with the branch option, you can just say branch, git branch, and then like you can just say hyphen fn help. It will open the page, actually manual page, where you can see all the options what you are having with the git branch actually, right? You could see that you are having a git branch with hyphen m option, git branch hyphen c hyphen d. We will try to go through many of the options like in our upcoming sessions actually. Git branch merged actually, git branch contain, all these options we are going to go through it, guys, right? Now the thing is that actually that you have one command known as a hyphen m option. Basically hyphen m option is used for renaming the branch actually, right? Since we are under the master branch. Somehow, for some people, they doesn't like this. The wording was a master. Actually, it shows something like a master and a slave. Actually, that's what happened. What they did basically, they tried to rename this branch, master branch, with the main branch. Actually, right, with the name main. Actually, so for some historical reason, what happened is they said that okay, we will not manage the name as a master. Instead, we'll make it something like a main actually. So I need to rename this master branch to the main branch as a name main branch. So for that, what I will do that I'll just use a git branch command. We know that I have to use a -m option. So I'll just say -m and I'll just say main. Now, if I say git branch, now you could see that guys, you have renamed from the master to the main. So from now onwards, what happened, we'll always consider that whenever you create any branch, the first default branch what is created in Git is a main branch, right? Earlier it used to be a master branch. Now it has been renamed as a main branch actually. Am I clear, sir? Is it fine? Right? Okay. Now, so what you do basically, you will say that, okay, Rajesh, let me do a thing. Let me try to add some more changes. Okay, I will go here to Video Studio Code. Let me go to the main dot under src app, right? Main.py, and let me do this. Let me add something here. Definition. I'll just say main something. You just added a code. That's all, right? And after that, what you did that you came back here and you know that I have to just do a git status. Okay, so it means that this file has been changed now, right? So what you'll do, you'll just say git add dot, right? And then what you do basically, you will again do a git status. So it has been modified. Now you try to commit it basically, right? What you do basically, you will just say git commit -m. I'll give something like a C2, okay? And I'll just say added or modified, what is it? SRC under SRC app uh, main.py, something like you modified that file actually. Like this, you will give a commit message actually. So this is my second commit actually. Right? So as per here, what you do, you basically go here, you try to do a second commit, which we call the C2. Am I clear, sir? So now you are having two commits now, C1 and C2 now. So now what happened, as per the diagram, if you go with the graph diagram, so this is my first commit, you will say, which is C1. Let me draw here. I'll just say C1, right? And I will, this is a C1. And the one more commit is a C2 commit. This is C2 commit, right? So this is the C1 first commit, and this is C2 second commit, right? And now what happened right here, your latest commit is C2, where your main is pointing, your main branch is pointing to, and your head is actually pointing to your main branch. Your head is actually pointing to the main. If you go here, in here, right? If you go here, right? So now you could see that actually that your head actually will be pointing to your main actually. Am I clear, sir? Right? So shall we write it down, whatever we did so far? Okay. Let me know thing. Let me just say something like I need to do a practicals of the branching actually. So I'll just quickly write it down. Initialize a new repo. So in our case, we created a new repo, right? After that, what we did, we created a commit. Okay. Now we viewed the branches. How to view the branches? How do you do a branch, guys? You will just say git and branch name, right? Git and the branch. That's a command actually. We run the command to view the branch actually. So how do you rename the branch? Rename the branch from master to the main. So we use a git command with a branch with the -m option, and then you have to say main actually. Some people will do like something like this also. You are renaming the master to the main branch. So this is also correct, or else directly You can even give like a main. It will rename with whatever existing name with the main. It'll rename it actually, right? And then like what we did that we added a few more commits actually, right? Now we will create, or now we will create a new branch, which is nothing but rel underscore v1.0 version. So let us try to create a new branch here. So for that, what you will do that you will go here. So what I'll do, I'll just say git branch. Okay, let me increase the font. Yeah, git branch, right? Right, and I'll just say release underscore version 1.0. Like this, I'm going to create a branch now. So guys, now what happened right here, as per the diagram, now you are into the C2 commit, not but the latest C2 commit you are in now. From here, what happened that you are trying to create a branch actually, a new branch, which is nothing but the release underscore 1.0 branch actually. Am I clear, sir? So now what happened, right? I will try to just execute this command. Now, once you execute this command, a branch has got created. Now, if I execute the git branch and enter, can you see here a new branch has been created known as a rel v1 underscore 0, v underscore 1.0. Yeah, this is the new branch has got created, but you are still sitting in the main branch only, right? You created a new branch, right? So whatever the new branch which you created, guys, this new branch is also pointing to the latest commit only, right? Here, as per the diagram, the latest is C2 only. Even your release, even your new branch actually, it is also pointing to the same commit only, the latest commit. Like this is what it is. Now new branch what you create is release underscore v1.0, right? This is a new branch we created. So it is pointing to your same branch, same latest commit with which you committed last time, right? This is so main is also pointing. Okay, even release branch is also pointing to the same commit only, right? So if you go here, it will not show anything, guys, here. But if you go to here, it should show actually. I don't know why it is not showing. It should show here actually. It should show the changes here actually. Am I clear, sir? So now what you do that actually that you tend to go here and then when you try to do a git log here, so you could see that actually, guys, when you do a git log, you could see that you did a second commit, right? Now your hit is pointed to the main, right? That is correct. But what happened? You also have one more branch, also release 1.0 branch. This is what the new branch which you created now. Am I clear, sir? Right? Okay. Now what you do that you say that okay, Rajesh, as per the diagram, assume that actually that from sitting in the main branch only, right? Sitting from the main branch, I did one more commit. Say for example, I did one more commit. Like I did the third commit like this actually. I did a third commit like this, which we call it as a C3 commit like this. The commit name is C3. So sitting in the main branch, you did a third commit. So now where the head will be pointing to? So head will be pointing to where? Head will be pointing here, like your main will be pointing to the latest commit, as well as what happened, right? Sorry, as well as what happened, right? Your head will also be pointing to the where main is committed. So here what happened here now, your main will start pointing to the latest commit, right? Even your head will also be pointing to the main only. So once you did the third commit sitting into the main branch, so here what happened, right? It will start pointing to the main. But you could see that still what happened, your new release branch, what you created, right? It is still pointing to C2 commit only. But whereas here what happened, when you did many more commits in your main, right? Now what happened, your main will be pointing to the latest commit, what you did it actually. Am I clear, sir, till here? Right? Right? Okay, now. So consider that this is just, I'm just telling the use case. So I don't want to really do all these things. Okay, fine. So this is like where were we were earlier, right? Like this. So fine, guys. Now what happened? You created a new branch, which is number release one underscore branch, and sitting under the release one branch. Assume that you checked out from the main to the release branch actually, or you switch from the main to the release branch. Now being sitting in the release branch, what you do that you did one commit actually. You did one commit. So assume that you did a commit here actually. So consider that commit as a C3 commit. The C3 commit. So where you did the commit, guys, being sitting under the release branch, you did the commit here, which is nothing but the C3 commit. Right? So now what happened, right? Now what happened from here? What happened, right? You try to create one more commit here, which we call the C3, right? So your release, what happened, whatever the release is there, right? That would be pointing here. Like for example, here, your release, right? Release 1.0, that is also branch, but now what happened, that will be pointing here to the latest commit. Release 1 version 1.1.0 will be pointing here. Now, what about the main, Rajesh? Main also what happened, it will pointing here only. So main, what it will do, that it will be pointing to your release version only. Release 1.0 version, your, sorry, not main, head actually, sorry, head will be pointing here actually. So what the head will do, the head will try to move wherever you do the commit onto whichever branch, right? Head will start pointing to that latest branch only actually. So this is how it happens actually. Am I clear, sir? So now from here it will go off. From here it will go off, and it will point to that particular branch where you did the latest commit, because you checked out or you switched from the main branch to the release branch, and later being sitting in the release branch, what you did, that you try to do one commit actually. Now your release branch will point to the latest commit, that is C3, as well as your head will be pointing to the same onto the same release 1.0 version where you did a latest commit, right? To that itself it will be pointing to you. So that's what I said, that head, if you see it actually, head pointer point to a branch which points to the latest commit on that branch actually. Right? That's what I just, no, I have written this sentence actually. Am I clear, sir? Till here? Guys, do you have any doubts here?
No, Rajesh.
Everything is clear? Okay. So now what happened? You go back here, and when you try to do a git log, you saw that actually that your head is still pointing to the main. Okay. But whereas you have already created the new branch, which you call the release branch. Okay. So now you say that, Rajesh, now I want to, and I want to change the branch actually. I want to change the branch actually. So what you do basically, like you will just do a git branch, and what you do is you will just say, I'm sorry, I did some mistake, I think. I'll do a git branch. Now I'll just say git checkout. That's a command. We do git checkout release underscore v 1.0. That is what you have to give this branch. It means that you need to move from main branch to the release branch. Either you can use a git checkout, okay, or else you can even use a git switch command, switch space release. Like for example, if I do a git checkout, I'll go back to the main branch, right? So now if you do a git branch, you could see that you are under the main branch. Now I need to get into the release branch. I can even do a git switch actually. Switch release underscore 1.0. See, you switch to the new branch actually, right? If you do a git branch, now you could see that, guys, your star is pointing to the branch where you are currently in actually. So right now I am under the release branch. So that's what it is showing as a star. When I do a git log here, can you see here, right? Your head is actually pointing to the new release branch, new release branch, that is release underscore v10, right? Am I clear, sir? So wherever you are, in whichever, like when you do a switch, actually, even your head also gets switched. Or whenever you do a checkout, right, your head also will check out to that branch, and it will point to the latest commit what you did in that branch. Am I clear, sir? Okay. Now you say that, Rajesh, I will try to add some changes here, because now I want to do commit as per the diagram here. Okay, you switch to the branch. Now you want to do the third commit C3, which in the diagram I'm shown. But now let me do it in the code in this code base, right? Let me do the changes here. I'll go here, and I am under the SRC main. Let me do one thing. Let me add something like def something start function, def what is it, stop function something, right? This is something which you have added into the src app main.py. Okay, sitting in the release branch, you did these changes, guys, actually. Am I clear, sir? You want some more thing? Okay, let me add in some more thing. Definition, something, show underscore version written release underscore v 1.0. Am I clear, sir? So you did the changes here, right? Now you come back here. Now when you do a git status, you will see that actually you have modified this file now. Am I clear, sir? Now you need to do a git add dot, and I'll just say git commit hyphen m. Guys, as per here, if you see that you did only two commits, now you're doing a third commit. So, but you're doing a third commit in the release branch actually. So, what you will do that, I'll just say git commit, I'll just say C3. Okay. I can give some message here. First commit on release version 1.0. That is the commit I'm giving it, commit message I'm giving it. Right. So now you could see that, guys, when you do a git branch, you could see that actually you are under the under your release version, right? And when you do a git log, you could see that you did the third commit here, that is on the C3, and you are sitting on to your release branch and you did this commit actually. Is it fine, sir? Now, if you go back here, what you did here, you did a C2. Okay, now you did you want to get into a branch. You'll just say branch of release underscore v 1.0, right? After that, what you did that you did a commit with the something was a C3 committed. See, right? This is how we did it. So from here, you created a branch, and here you did a C3 commit actually, right? The third commit you did, right? Okay, now we went to it. So what we did from after this, what we did, guys? I execute this command. Okay, after that, uh, uh, create a new commit C3, right? C3, and let's create one more commit actually. So let's create one more commit. So now what I will do basically, guys, I will go here. I'll go here to our this one, what do you call it? So let me do one thing. Let me try to create one more file under SRC app. So what is that file? I'll here, I'll click create. I'll try to create one more file, something like login.py file. I'll create it. Right? This is a new file I created it. Okay. So I'll just say something here. Login with something. I can add any some text here. Login with Google, something like that. I did it actually. Right? So I added a new file. Now you come back here, and when you do a git status, now you could see that actually you added a new file like login.py. So what you do that you do the same thing, like you will just do a git add dot, and then like you do a git commit hyphen m. I will give as a C4. Okay, I will just say what is it added login.py file actually. That's what you are giving as a message actually, commit message, right? And now if you do a git log, you could see that you did a fourth commit actually. And where you did into the same release branch only. Am I clear, sir? But now the thing is that, guys, actually when you're running a git log, it is looking very messier, right? Because there are so many commits you're doing. Suppose assume that in your branch you did some 100 commits. So when you do a git log, right, it will show all the 100 commits actually, right? It looks very messy. So can I have a one line information about all the commit what I did, right? I can do a git log hyphen fn one line. So if you run this with this option, right, you could see that actually that you are getting in a shortcut, right? This is the latest commit, that is a C4 added login py. This is the third commit, second commit. So you will get in a very in one line information. You will get it if you use this option. So git log with the hyphen f1 one line. You will get with the one line information. Sometime what happened, you said, Rajesh, I don't want to see all the commits actually. I want to see only the last 2 or 3 commits. I want to see it. So in that case, you can do a git log with -3 or 2 or whatever you give the number. What is it? -n, and I will give 2. So it will show only the last 2 commits actually. Again, I don't need all, like I need only one line. So you can do like this, -fn one line. It will give you one line information about the last 2 commits actually. Right? So you did the commit. So that is nothing but the C4. You did that 4th commit like this, right? So now what happened? What are the other command of other commands? Commands importance, right? Importance. What are the other importance? What you check now, right? So what you did, right? You did a git log, right? Whenever you want to see the last 3 line of the log, you will just do a git log -n, and I'll give something like 3. And also like you can do a one line option like this, one line like this, right? So we'll go back here again. Here what you did, right? I did one more commit here, which I'll just say commit ID and then C4, 4th commit. Nonsense. Some mistake you do, it will 4th commit you did. Am I clear, sir, till here? So this diagram looks good, right? You'll be able to easily understand the flow, right? Either you can go with this way, or else you can even go with this graphical way also. Even you can even mentally, or you can even prepare this graphical way even in your even in your MS Paint also. Anything is fine for us, right? So now the thing is that, guys, actually now we are discussing something about the branching. So we already created a branching, right? Now, as I said, right, like as per this diagram, yes, you did a release branch here. You have created, you committed few of the things here, like you did a C3 commit, you did a C4 commit. Now you say that, okay, Rajesh, I want to take all these commits, whatever I did in the release branch, to the main branch. I want to commit it actually. So a commit means you want to make as a part of the main branch. It means that you basically have to merge the release branch to the main branch actually, right? So that is all the merge is all about actually, right? So for that, what we do basically, you do that actually, that you can able to go to your Google and just say git merge and something Atlassian actually. So if you go to the Atlassian page actually, so there is a you will get a git merge Atlassian. So this is a very good site, guys, where you can able to learn all the merge concepts, everything, git merge, all the things. They have given in a nice pictorial way of for this actually. So you can go through this actually. I would recommend you to go through this link to understand about git merge, all the concept of git merge. So all concept of git merge, refer below site. Am I clear, sir? Okay, now what we want to do basically, like now the thing is that, guys, now the question is that, as I said earlier, like what we what we want changes from one branch, that is in this case release underscore v 1.0 branch. I'm just saying. So what we did the change from one branch. Okay, I want to take the changes from one branch to another branch actually. Like another branch means here in this case it is main branch, main branch. So we have the following option. So what are those options we have? Like I think that I want to, what are the changes are there in one branch? I want to take the changes to the another branch. So what are the options we have basically? So we have some options like merge option there. You need to merge the changes from the release branch to the main branch. That is one thing. Second is that you can even do a rebasing. We say rebase. And the third one, we will say it as a cherry pick actually. So these are the 3 ways where you can take the changes from one branch to other branch actually. So first you can do a merge, or you can use a rebase, or the finally you can do a cherry pick actually. Am I clear, sir? Okay. Okay. Now here, according to this diagram, so what you did basically, guys, you did from the C2, you try to create one branch, that is a release branch. And from the release branch, what you did the first, you did the third commit. And later you also did one more commit also, right? The fourth commit you did, right? Like C4 you did it actually. You did a C4 commit also, right? This is a C4 commit. You did a fourth commit here. Yes. Right? And obviously, now your what happened, your head or your release branch will be pointed to the latest commit actually, right? So here, this one, now from here, it will try to move here actually. Is it clear, sir? So now your release or not, but head is pointing to the release branch where the latest commit what you did, right? C4 commit is pointing. Like if you go here and if you do a git log, now you could see that actually this is the nothing but the fourth commit what you did. Now you could see the head is pointing to the release, right? Release branch, and that release branch is actually pointing to the latest commit what you did so far. So this of C4, the fourth commit you did, that's what it is pointing. So it's the same thing. Whatever I'm saying the diagram, the same thing you will be able to see in the git log also, right? Fine. So now what you say that actually that now you say that okay, Rajesh, now fine, I got to know everything now. Now the thing is that whatever you did the commit in the release branch, now I want to have the same changes in my main branch. I want to have a same change in the main branch. How you are going to do it actually? So from here, you are work all these days. You are working in the main branch. So this was a main branch. Fine, good. After some time, what happened that you created one release branch by using Git branch release, and from that sitting inside this release branch, you started doing some more commits like C3, C4, and all, right? But here, what happened, right? When you were earlier, when you not master branch, main branch, sorry. So when you created the, so you were working on the main branch only, right? The main branch, right? And now what happened? If you watch it carefully, guys, for the main actually main the last commit what you did in the main branch was a C2 only, right? From here you didn't do any further commits. You didn't do at all, right? Because you from here you try to switch to the release branch and you started doing a lot of commits under the release branch. Right. So whereas in the main branch, you didn't do any further commit. You could have did some other commits also like C5, C6, C7. You would have did many commits, but assume that you didn't do any commit at all in your main branch. No new commits did later, right? After creating a new release branch, you didn't do any thing at all. Now the requirement is that Rajesh, whatever you did the changes in the release branch, now I want to take this changes. I want to merge into the main branch actually. So for merging from the release branch to main branch, there are three options are there. One is a merge, and other is a rebase, and other is a cherry pick actually. So what are this merge, rebase, and cherry pick? Shall we try to understand now? Yeah. So now, if you see this diagram carefully, you will see that Rajesh, whatever the latest changes, whatever is there in the release branch, that is the C4, I want to merge here actually. I want to make as a part of the main branch, right? Now, when you want to make it as a part of the main branch, right? Assume that whatever the main is there, right? Whatever the main is there, assume that if you take this main, guys, if you take this main and if you start pointing to your to this latest commit, don't you see that actually that you are achieving some kind of a merge here actually? You want to just take it, right? Because what happened, it's a kind of a serial way of committing, right? First you did a commit in the main branch, later you went to the release branch, and from the release branch later you try to did some more commits actually, right? So now you are saying that Rajesh, I want to take this and I want to merge into the main branch, right? Yeah, you can merge in the main branch. Is it something not like that where we move this main to the latest commit itself? So if you try to move the main to the latest commit, what you did, it's as if like you did a merge only, right? Right? Correct, guys? You agree with this statement? If you move this pointer to here, it's as if like you merged it actually. So your main will be point to the latest commit what you did. That is a C4. It means that this main will have C1, C2 commit. Also it will have C3 and also it will have C4. All commits will be there if you just take the pointer from here to here actually. So whenever you are doing like this, where what happened, right? You are just trying to take your main pointing from here to here. This is something we call it as a fast forward merge actually. fast forward merge. It means that there is no conflict here since your main didn't had any other further commits, right? Your main, wherever, whatever the last commit you did, right, the main was pointing to there itself. Further in the release branches, you did many other commits actually, right? Now you want to merge all these changes to the main branch actually. You can do it very easily. It will not have any problem. There will not be any merge conflict happens in this case. And that easy merge, it will be called as a fast forward merge actually. It'll have a fast forward merge. Right. Now, okay. Now assume that I'm just taking hypothetically think that actually, okay, you were working on the, you are working you were working on the main branch and you did a second commit. From here, you created one more branch, fine. And from here, what happened? You did some serial commits like C3, C4, right? Assume that later after during that time even the main branches also started working on the code and it also did some kind of a commit like this. Assume that it created one more commit like this. Say for example, it did the commit of something like a C5. It did the commit. Assume that the main branch, somebody has did the commit and they have did that fifth commit. They have did it. They did the fifth commit now. Now what happened, right? You are now from the C2, right? Now you are what happened? Your main will be pointing to the latest commit what you did actually like this. Your main will move from here to here. So now in this case, what will happen? Suppose assume that, okay, you moved it actually, but you say that Rajesh, I was working on the release branch. I did C3, C4 and so many other commits I did. Later, I want to do all these merges to the main branch, right? So if you want to merge it actually, like what happened? If you try to merge to the C2 branch, then what happened? You will be missing this commit actually. You will be missing this commit. It means that even you have to even consider the C5 commit also, right? When you are trying to merge, right? But when you're merging it, if you're merging to the main to through the where you started working on, then you are trying to miss the other commits actually. It means that when you're merging, you need to even take even this commit also you have to take care actually. Right. So what happened here in this case, what happened? We call it as a normal merge actually. We call it as a normal merge actually. So in this case, what happened, right? You need to even consider all other commits, whatever did by the main branch. You have to even consider that also. For that, what you have to do means basically, guys, what you need to do it actually that you need to create one more commit here like this. You have to do one more commit, a new extra commit you have to do it actually. Right, that we call it as something like what is it actually? Uh, one more new commit you will do that we call it as something now the MC1 merge conflict one, something we call as a MC1 merge conflict one. You will do it actually. This is the new commit you did it here. Okay, so you create one extra commit, right? And later what happened, right? You create one extra commit, and after that, what you will say that from the C4, what happened, right? You will try to merge, or you will try to what happened, right? You will try to point to this the new commit what you did, so that what happened, right? Now what happened? Your main will be pointed to the latest commit. This is the commit, MC merge commit you say. So one extra commit you did from here, right? From this extra commit, what you did, right? Even your C4 will also be merged to this one more commit actually. So what I'm trying to tell that when you are trying to merge from the release branch to the main branch, where already there are a lot of other extra commits have been created under the main branch actually, then in that case, what happened that a new commit has to be created to do the complete merging, to do a complete merging, right? This is what we call an actual merge actually. So it means that here in this case, a new merge or a new commit ID will get created. An extra commit ID will be created when you are merging it. But whereas earlier, in the case of a fast forward, a new merge commit didn't happen at all because that here after the C2, you didn't do any other commits at all. Right. So you had so what happened after after the latest commit in the main, right? You went to the release branch and you started committing anything, and finally you want to merge means it did a merge without creating any kind of an extra merge actually. Whereas in a normal merge, what happened, right? It will try to create an extra merge actually. This is the difference between the fast forward merge and the normal merge. So fast forward merge, what happened, right? In case of a fast forward merge, no extra commits will be created, right? Whereas in a normal merge actually, that's a merge actually. What happened for you to do a merge actually? Here, one new commit will be created to merge from release 1.0 to the main branch actually. So this is one of the important intro question. They'll ask you what is the difference between, okay, there are different types of merge. One is a fast forward and other is a merge. But what is the difference between fast forward and merge? Means you have to say that far forward, it will not generate any kind of a commit. But whereas in a normal merge, actually what happened, it will generate a new commit actually, right? Because here what happened, guys, as per the diagram now, as per the diagram, so this MC1, it's a new commit. Who is the parent of this new commit? The parent is C5 actually. The parent is C5. And for MC, who is the like the next commit like for the C4, right? Who is the next commit? This is MC. So both this, right, C4 and C5, they are committed with the help of a new commit actually. They are merged with the help of a new commit. That's what we say. So in a normal merge, what we do that basically what happened, right? There will be a merge actually, right? And then it will generate a new merge actually. But here there are several other things are there, guys. When you are trying to do a merge actually, it is doing a happy merge actually. It means that there is no conflict. Assume that you did a lot of changes to some files where there will be some conflicts of the file change, what is done by the main branch and what is done by the release branch. If there are a lot of file changes happens in the same file under the same location, then you will see a lot of merge conflicts actually. So you need to even overcome from the merge conflicts. You need to come out from the merge conflict, and you need to make sure that you are properly merging everything. So that we will be learning in our next class how to avoid any kind of a merge conflicts. If any merge conflict happen also, how to get it solved and get come out from the conflicts, everything, right? That we will be learning in our next session actually. Am I clear, sir? So now you know that now your main will be pointing to your to a new commit ID which has been generated, because if like that we call as a merge actually, right? Now let us try to do the same practical as what I was shown in the diagram, right? Here let us try to do the same thing here. Now, so I am under the branching demo. I need this branching demo to show some other things. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me copy this whole branch, that is branching demo, or else let me do one thing. I'll go here, PWD, where I am under the branching demo. Okay, I'll come out from here. I'll just say CP command with -R, branching underscore demo. I want to create one more directory known as a merge underscore demo. So this merge underscore demo, the same folder I'll use it for next time. So let me copy it. So you could see that if you do an ls, can you see that you're having two folders now? One which you're working already under, which you call it as a branching underscore demo. Branching underscore demo. Where is it, guys? Branching underscore B, branching underscore demo.
Downloads. Under the downloads.
Under?
Under the downloads.
Yeah,
Um,
download side where
after
I'm.
the videos. After videos.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Right
Yeah,
side.
right. Yeah, right. So I just created the merge underscore demo. Let this directory be as it is. I'll be using it later for some other for showing you the merge conflict and all, because I cannot create again and all this. That's what I took a copy of it. So let me work on this branching. Great, guys. So now what happened that if I try to go back here, and again if I try to do git log, what is it, hyphen fn one line. Now you could see that you have did all the commit up to C4, right? Now, so now what are the basic merge process actually? Whenever you want to do any kind of a merge, what are the basic steps you have to follow it actually? Basic merge process. This topic is little clumsy, but we have to learn, guys. There's no other option. So what you have to do means whenever you want to merge it, say for example here you say that Rajesh, I want to merge from the release to the main branch. So wherever you are, you have to switch to the main branch. So you have to be part of the main branch, and then you can merge from the release branch to the main branch. Actually, that's how you do it actually. So the basic process is that actually that check out to the destination branch. In our case, the destination branch is what? Main branch. You want to check it out, right? Okay. Where the merge has to happen actually. That is a basic process actually. Okay. And execute the command to merge from source. Am I clear, sir? So now I'll go back here. So if I do a git branch, you could see that I am under the release branch. Now I need to switch to the main branch. I'll just say git
Sir,
checkout.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Go to the diagram which you have created just now for the MC merge.
Hmm.
Sir, instead of because suppose that the C2 has created one branch with the name of C5, instead of creating the MC branch, why don't the C5 C4 merge to the C5 that the all the branch will be merged into the C5?
नो C5 इज अ कमिट एक्चुअली सी राजू मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ यहाँ पर मेन ब्रांच में बैठ के मैंने जब C2 क्रिएट किया सी से C2 से मैंने और एक कमिट किया जो C5 है न्यू कमिट किया मैंने मेन सी रिलीज ब्रांच में तो कमिट हो रहा था C4 C3 C4 रनल हो रहा था मैं इवन मैं मेन बैठ के मैं और एक नया न्यू कमिट किया था राइट आई डिड अ न्यू कमिट एक्चुअली नाउ व्हेन यू वांट टू when you want to do the merge of all the release to your main branch to the main branch because now in the main branch there's a new commit has come up राइट रिलीज को पता नहीं है रिलीज ब्रांच को पता नहीं रिलीज को ये पता है अच्छा मैं लास्ट में मैं कहाँ पॉइंट कर रहा था C2 में पॉइंट कर रहा था ये यही सोच रहा है अच्छा C2 में बट एक्चुअली क्या है, आपने फर्दर करके बहुत सारे कमिट्स कर लिए लाइक C5 C6 C7 C8 C9 बहुत सारे कमिट कर लिए तो आप जब मर्ज करोगे ना आप अपने रिलीज ब्रांच से मेन ब्रांच में जब मर्ज करोगे यू हैव टू इवन कंसिडर ऑल द फर्दर कमिट्स व्हाट यू डिड C5 C6 C7 तो जब आप इतने सारे चेंजेस को करोगे ना जब आप मर्ज करोगे तो मर्ज होने के लिए एक एक्स्ट्रा कमिट क्रिएट करेगा वो सो नॉर्मल
हाँ,
मर्ज
okay.
विल क्रिएट एन एक्स्ट्रा मर्ज टू मर्ज इट सो दैट आपका जो भी कोड चेंज है ना ये सब है ना एक एक्स्ट्रा कमिट में आ जाएगा ये कमिट क्या करेगा दिस कमिट has the changes of the C1 C2 C5 as well as it has the changes of C3 C4 everything this commit will have it all the changes will have it
Okay, got it, sir.
अगर ये नहीं रहता C5 नहीं रहता सोचो जस्ट C1 C2 है यहां से आपने रिलीज ब्रांच क्रिएट किया और रिलीज में बैठ के आपने पूरा किया ये बहुत सिंपल हो गया अरे कुछ भी नहीं है ये जब ये मर्ज होगा ना कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं होगा कोई कमिट जनरेट ही नहीं करेगा वो दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल फास्ट फॉरवर्ड मर्ज फास्ट फॉरवर्ड मर्ज में कोई कमिट न्यू कमिट जनरेट नहीं करेगा इट नॉट जनरेट एनी न्यू कमिट वेयर एज अ नॉर्मल मर्ज व्हेन यू डूइंग इट लाइक दिस व्हेन यू हैव बिकॉज पैरेलली मेन ब्रांच में भी बैठ के आप बहुत सारे आप कमिट्स करते रहोगे C5 C6 C7 लाइक दिस और रिलीज ब्रांच में आप बहुत सारे करते रहोगे जब आप मर्ज करोगे ना जब आपका एक एक्स्ट्रा कमिट जनरेट होगा नॉर्मल मर्ज प्रोसेस में या तो
सर
वो
लेकिन
विदाउट हाँ
लेकिन सर फास्ट फॉरवर्ड मर्ज तो बस एक ही इंजीनियर अगर जो काम कर रहा है तब अगर जो सपोज दैट तीन चार इंजीनियर एक
हम्म
साथ काम करे एक ही फाइल पे तब तो
हम्म
फास्ट फॉरवर्ड मर्ज काम नहीं करेगा ना।
अगर एक ही फाइल में कर रहे हो एक ही फाइल में कर रहे हो मतलब क्या ऐसी एक ही फाइल में कर रहे हो और अलग अलग पोजीशन में कर रहे हो तो कुछ इशू नहीं आएगा जैसे कि मैंने फोर्थ लाइन में मैंने चेंज किया आप भी बैठ के फोर्थ लाइन में ही अपना ऐड कर रहे हो कोड तो हम दोनों का मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा हमारा तो देन वी हैव टू सिट टुगेदर एंड रिजॉल्व दैट मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इशू अभी सोचो कि देर आर टू फाइल्स आर देयर मैं फाइल 1 में मैं काम कर रहा हूँ आप फाइल 2 में आप काम कर रहे हो राइट तब क्या होगा कि कोई मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं होगा हम दोनों बिकॉज आप सेपरेटली दूसरे फाइल में काम करो मैं दूसरे फाइल में काम कर रहा हूँ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कब आता है जब हम सेम फाइल में काम करते हैं सेम पोजीशन सेम लोकेशन में आप भी ऐड करो मैं भी ऐड करो तब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आएगा हमारा सो ये भी क्या करना है वेन एवर वी कम अक्रॉस वो भी देखेंगे आगे हम जब मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा अगर सेम फाइल में वी आर डूइंग चेंजेस मैं भी यहाँ बैठ के सोचो कि मैं यहाँ पर बैठ के SRC ऐप में मेन डॉट में बैठ के मैं यहाँ थर्ड फोर्थ लाइन में मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ आप भी बैठ के इसी लाइन में फोर्थ लाइन में सेम फाइल में चेंज कर रहे हो तो क्या करेगा, गिट क्या देखेगा, अरे गिट सोचेगा यार दोनों तो एक ही लाइन में, एक ही फाइल में और एक ही लाइन में ऐड कर रहे हैं, कौन सा चेंज मैं रखूं, विच चेंज आई हैव टू कीप इट, वेदर आई हैव टू कीप राजेश चेंजेस व्हाट ही डिड और वेदर आई हैव टू कीप राजेश राजीव चेंजेस। तो जब मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा ये दोनों दिखा देगा कोड, अच्छा ये राजेश इसने ये सब ऐड किया था, राजीव ने ये सब ऐड किया था। ठीक है, आप बताओ कैसे करना है, कौन सा कोड को रखना है, कौन सा को रिमूव करना है, या दोनों को रखना है, या दोनों को या किसी एक को रखना है, दैट्स ऑल लेफ्ट टू द डेवलपर नाउ, राइट। तो मैं क्या करूंगा, जैसे मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आएगा मैं आप दोनों को बुलाऊंगा, भाई दोनों आ जाओ मेरे सामने, अरे यार बताओ यार कौन सा कोड रखना है, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, राइट, मुझे कोडिंग पता नहीं है, डेवऑप्स इंजीनियर डजंट नो द कोडिंग, ही हैज टू आस्क ओके विच लाइन टू कीप विच लाइन टू डिलीट। अगर दोनों डेवलपर बोलेंगे ना हम दोनों का चेंजेस चाहिए, अच्छा ठीक है भाई, ये तो हो गया राजेश का चेंज, ये हो गया ओके, राजीव का चेंज जो दो किया और मैंने यहाँ पर नीचे भी डाल दिया, ये कोड के बाद ये नीचे डाल दिया, ठीक है भाई, हाँ ठीक है सर। तो मैंने ऐसा मिक्स कर दिया, मर्ज कर दिया दोनों कोड, तो ये क्या कर रहा हूँ, आई एम एबल आई एम सॉल्विंग द मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एक्चुअली, right. So merge conflict you can able to do it by making the developer to sit along with you to resolve the merge conflicts, or is what happened, हमारा जो टूल होता है ना वो टूल ही कुछ 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 हिंट दे देगा आपको, सिर्फ दोनों डेवलपर से बात करना पड़ेगा, भाई कौन सा कोड रखूं, वो बोलेगा, राजेश बोलेगा यार तू, मैं जो भी राजीव ऐड किया है तू भी उसको मेरे साथ मेरा कोड मर्ज कर दे, बिकॉज वी नीड बोथ द कोड्स, राजीव ने जो क्रिएट किया, राजेश ने जो क्रिएट किया, दोनों कोड मुझे चाहिए, मैं बोलूंगा ठीक है भाई दोनों का मैं ऐड कर दूंगा मैं, राइट। अगर राजीव बोलता है नहीं नहीं मुझे राजेश का कोड नहीं चाहिए, राजेश बोलेगा ठीक है भाई मेरा कोड हटा दो यार लेकिन राजीव का रखने दो, ही हैज डिड अ प्रॉपर कोडिंग, तो वो डेवऑप्स इंजीनियर क्या करेगा, वो राजेश का पूरा कोड हटा के सिर्फ राजीव का रख के फिर वो कमिट कर देगा। सो वेन एवर देर इज एनी मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अगेन इट विल जनरेट ए न्यू कमिट आईडी, okay, whenever this kind of a scenario happen where many commits will happen in the main branch, right, वहां पर भी क्या होगा, वहां पर भी एक न्यू कमिट आईडी जनरेट होगा ही होगा when you are merging। फास्ट फॉरवर्ड में एज ए सेट नो कमिट विल बी ए न्यू, नो न्यू कमिट विल बी क्रिएटेड एक्चुअली, यही डिफरेंस आपको बोलना पड़ेगा नॉर्मल मर्ज में और फास्ट फॉरवर्ड में। फास्ट फॉरवर्ड में कमिट आईडी, ए न्यू कमिट आईडी विल नॉट बी जनरेटेड, ओके, whereas in a merge whereas in a normal merge or in a merge conflict in that scenario a new commit id will be generated, ये बोलना पड़ेगा। क्लियर सर, मैं यहां पर जा रहा हूं, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग हियर, यू कुड सी दैट आई एम चेकिंग आउट फ्रॉम द रिलीज ब्रांच टू द मेन ब्रांच, राइट, आई चेक्ड आउट, नाउ यू आर अंडर द मेन ब्रांच, सो यू कैन आइदर डू अ गिट चेकआउट मेन और एल्स गिट स्विच मेन, कुछ भी कर सकते हो, यू कैन डू एनीथिंग, राइट। तो अभी क्या कर रहे हो, अभी आप क्या कर रहे हो भाई, अभी आप मर्ज कर रहे हो, सो फ्रॉम द release branch to the main branch, so when you're doing it, because I didn't do any new commit here, मैंने यहाँ कुछ कमिट नहीं किया मेन ब्रांच में, जब मैं मर्ज करूंगा ये हैप्पीली हो जाएगा, एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल द फास्ट फॉरवर्डिंग मर्ज। तो यहाँ देखो, इफ आई गो हियर एंड इफ आई ट्राई टू डू अ गिट मर्ज कमांड एंड मर्ज स्पेस, वो विच ब्रांच यू आर मर्जिंग, आई एम मर्जिंग द रिलीज 1.0 to the main branch, so first you have to switch to the main branch and you have to merge it actually। so जैसे करोगे, can you see it has applied the fast forward actually, it has applied the fast forward। now when I try to do a git log, यहाँ पर देखो भाई C4 भी है, C3 C2 सब कुछ है, सारा कुछ हेड, राइट, हेड इज पॉइंट टू द मेन ब्रांच नाउ। तो हेड के सॉरी मेन के पास इवन C3 भी आ गया, C4 भी आ गया, बट यहाँ पर देखो कोई एक्स्ट्रा कमिट्स नहीं है, वही सेम 4 कमिट्स है, बट वेयर इज अ नॉर्म अदर केस वेयर मर्ज यू आर डूइंग रोट, या देयर इट विल जनरेट a new commit actually will generate। so till here are you okay guys, right? If anyone asks, yeah, you can tell it, right, what is a fast forward merge, you can tell it very easily right now, right? Okay, now what you did actually, you exited,
Hello, Rajesh.
yes sir,
If it is branch is showing release version 1.0,
hmm.
then we have to again fast forward or so it is showing to release underscore version 1.0.
Hmm.
Then we have to give fast forward or
Come again, sorry, who is asking this question?
Karthik.
Yeah, Karthik, go ahead, Karthik, tell me, ask,
If it is showing a release 1.0, like if at all you are said in same lines means I am actually in fourth line, another person also fourth line, but I am skipping. This code is not correct. You have to proceed with another person. In that case, it is fast forward or we have to use this one.
No, see what happened. You are doing a merge actually. See, when you're doing a merge, you are using the same merge only, right? Merge, what happened internally, it is doing a fast forward. There is nothing like a fast forward merge is not like that. There is nothing like a fast forward. I mean, there's nothing like a merge which is called as a fast forward merge, right? It's not like that. We only have a concept of merge only. So whenever you want to do a merge from one branch to other branch, there are three methods are there. One is a merge, and other is a cherry pick, and other is a rebase. These are the three things are there. Within merger, there is something known as a fast forwarding is there. So I'm not doing anything fast forward by my own. It in turn itself it is doing actually. You got
Oh,
it? But when I'm doing a, when I'm working on certain situation where what happened is fast forward will not be applicable, right? Fast forward will not be applicable. It means that you might have did many commits in both the branches you did actually. In that case, what happened, right? As I said earlier, even the same thing, right? Here, sitting in the main branch, you did many more commits actually, like C5, C6, C7. Here also in the release branch you did it. Now when you try to merge it, it will create a new commit ID it will create it actually. It will not fast forward in this case will not applicable. Fast forward was applicable only when what happened that when you didn't do any more commits into the sitting in the main branch, you didn't do at all. You only worked on the release branch. So there you want to merge the release branch to the main branch, you want to do it, no, it automatically does internally fast forward. I'm not specifying anything here, right? Like when I did it here, git merge and to the release branch. So first you need to check out in the main branch. It means that you have to first sit in the main branch. Sitting in the main branch, you are doing a git merge and specify that the branch name. Then it automatically it internally did a fast forward. You didn't do anything. It internally did it fast forward, right?
yeah. But means after main branch sitting again we have to not execute the commit.
No, I'm not doing commit here. I mean, I'm not doing any commit here. I'm just doing git merge. So git merge, when it did that, it didn't see any kind of a conflict, and it understood that okay, I have to internally use the fast forward. So hence what happened while apply when it is doing fast forward doesn't need any new commit at all. Why it requires a new commit? It doesn't need any new commit, right?
Yes.
Right? So in that case, it applied it. So fast forward, as I said, right, it doesn't create any kind of a new commit whenever it is merging. Whenever it is applying a fast forward merge, it will not create or it will not generate any new commit at all. Whereas in other scenario, it will generate a new commit. Now we will see in other scenario how it will generate a new commit actually. Okay. So now what happened, right? Now we merge the changes from the release to the main. So it uh, it applied fast forward merge. In fast forward merge, FFM merge, it doesn't create it doesn't create a new commit. It doesn't create any new commit. That is what you have to tell in an interview. Am I clear, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what happened, right? If you go back here, you did a C4, and then like what you did, guys, you did a checkout to the main, and you did a merge of release 1.0. See from here it merged like this. Of course, it is not, it is showing it as a commit, but it is actually not commit here, right? Am I clear, sir? Now what you will do, now you will say that Rajesh, it's fine, everything is good. Now what I will do that, now assume that actually I want to release a new release to a new customer now. Say for example, I'm doing something like release a 1.1 version. Release 1.1. So let's see now. So guys, let me take another 15 minutes more. It is I need to complete, guys. I know I took more than 1.5 hour, but please allow me another 15 minutes more so that I will complete it. And like I will not take the night class. I thought 9 o'clock I'll take. I'll not take it. I'll try to complete it now itself actually. Okay. So just bear for another 15 minutes more. Okay. So now what I will do that I will go back here in the notes. I'll just say that now let's create a branch, a new branch, which is about rel underscore v 1.1. Okay, from main branch. Am I clear, sir? From the main branch. Right? Now you see that after the fast forward, now if I take this diagram, right? If I take this diagram, let me do that, let me remove all these things. If I take this fast forward, so this is not there. into consideration now, right? This is not there, right? This is not there, right? So now what you did, guys, now when you did a fast forward, what happened here? This, it's literally came here like this, okay? You're trying to remove this line. Sure. Like this, right? So now what happened right here? This is removed. This is a fast forward. Sorry. Like this. And now what happened, right? You could see that now your main is pointing to C1 only like this. Like this. So it happens like a sequential way, right? Right? Your head is actually pointing to latest commit that is in the release branch, as well as what happened when you merge it actually, now your main, which was here pointing here, right? It has moved to the latest commit actually. That is nothing but the C4 commit. This is what we call fast forward actually. So in the fast forward, you can see that there are no new commits. If it had been a commit, new commit, it would have shown, right? There are no commits are there in fast forward. Right? So now what you do that, I want to create a new branch. So for that, what you do, you will sit in the branch and you will just run a command git branch, right? And I will just say rel underscore v 1.1 actually, v 1.1 version, right? And later what you do that, you do a git of checkout to the rel underscore v 1.1. This is how you do it actually, right? But you say that, Rajesh, why you have to create a branch and then do a checkout? Can I do it directly like this? Yeah, I can do a directly checkout. How do that? How, or else you want to directly create and checkout like that? So then in that case, you run a command known as a git branch, sorry, git checkout hyphen v option, and then do a rel underscore v 1.1. You would directly do it actually. What this command will do with this option, it will create the branch actually, as well as it will switch also. It will try to even do a checkout. Both the things you can do it in a single command actually like this. So what this will do that, right? This command, it will create a new branch and check out to that branch like this, right? Am I clear, sir? Shall we go here? I'll go back here. Let me do one thing. Let me do a git branch. Let me check where I'm sitting now. So I'm sitting under the main branch, right? Now let me create one more new branch. So I'll do a git checkout command with the hyphen b option. I just say rel underscore v 1.1. So this is 1.0. Now I'm creating a new branch on the 1.1. Enter. Now you could see that it has created a branch, as well as you could see that it has switched to the new created branch. See, now the star is pointing to the release v 1.1 branch. Am I clear, sir? So according to diagram, if you see here, according to this diagram, right? Now what happened, right? Now here what happened, right? You have created one more branch here. What is that one more branch? Release underscore v 1.1 branch. So release underscore 1 branch, a new branch, which is also pointing to the latest commit only. C4. Main is also pointing to that latest commit, because after fast forward, now main has moved to the latest commit, that is C4 branch. Even your other branch, that is release branch, release v 1.0, it is also pointing to the same commit only. So all these three are pointing to the same commit now. Am I clear, sir? Right now, but you could see that once you do a checkout from the main branch to this branch, actually, now what happened? Now your head will no longer be here. Now what happened, that your head will start pointing to the new release like this, to the new branch actually. This is clear, guys? Did you understood now? So if you go here and if I try to do a git log, can you see here, right? Your head is actually pointing to the new release now, release underscore v 1.1. Already you had a release v 1.0 that is there, and also you're having one more, the first branch, which was the main branch. So totally you're having a 3 branch now, but your head is pointing to the latest release branch, and the latest release branch is actually pointing to the latest commit what you did actually. So C4 you committed, right? Even your release is actually pointing to the latest commit itself, whatever you did. Whatever the last commit which was there, right? It will point to the same commit actually. right? Now what you are saying that, okay, Rajesh, now I created a new branch now, that is a release underscore 1.1, version 1.1. Let me do some two commits actually. Like for example, you are having C1, C2, C3, C4. Let me do C5, 5 and C6 branch. C6. Okay. So what I will do that, I will try to create two commits actually. Let's see. Create two commits. Okay, like C5 and C6. Where you will do, guys? You will try to do on release underscore version 1.1. Yeah, in this new release branch, you will be doing it actually, right? So what you will do that now, where are you guys? You are under the latest, you are under the version 1.1 branch. Yeah, you are under the 1.1 branch. Now I'll go back to the Visual Studio Code. Now what I will do that in the main.py, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just try to change this from 1.0 to 1.1. This is a small change, I'll do it. Okay, okay. Is it fine? Any other thing, Rajesh? Anything else is required? No, not really. This one change I did it. Okay, now I'll come back here and I'll just do a git status. So now you could see that you have modified the main.py, right? And what you do basically, you will try to do a git add dot, and you will do a git commit if an m. What is it actually? You will just say C5, right? C5 added changes in what is it? Sarc main.py under release v1.1. You did a commit now. This is the commit message C5, right? Am I clear, sir? Okay, good. So now what I will do that you have to do one more commit, that is the C6 commit. You want to do it, right? You want to do it. So let me do it. Let me go here and under the test, I'll go to the main.py. Here I'll just say something definition def test something ESS. So this is what you did it in a under test app main.py. You did this changes actually. Am I clear, sir? I'll come back here. I'll do a git status. So now you did it. You modified this file. Good. Now you say that, Rajesh, I will do a git add dot, and I will do a git commit hyphen m C6 actually, right? You added changes in what is it? Test app main.py under something under release underscore version 1.1. See, you did the commit, right? So you have gained the objective of doing this two commits, C5 and C6 under this new release branch actually. Am I clear, sir? So if you go back here, I think, shall I do it here, something here? Uh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do it. Branch release underscore v1.1 checkout release 1.1 commit. See, is it fine, guys? This looks good, right? This diagram look good, right? Okay, now what happened? Now you say that, Rajesh, I want to check out to the main. Okay, let me do one thing. Now the question comes that, okay, you did all these things fine. As per this diagram, see, I'm drawing so many diagrams. As you did it from here. Now from here, what you did, guys? From here, what happened? You did a C5, C6. You did two commits here, sitting under the release branch. After sitting here, so what you did here, as per the diagram, here you did. I don't have space, guys. Otherwise, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll try to remove this. Try to remove this. I'll do one thing. I'll try to take this whole diagram. I'll try to move here. Okay. So now what you did here, you sat here and you did two commits here. C5 and C6 actually, like this. I know guys, I'm doing twice. I mean, I'm just doing twice because I should have did in one, but just to make you more clarity, right? You will try to learn everything through this graphical way, right? C5 and C6 you did it. So where you did it here under the release one dot. So from here you did commits and C5, and again from the C5 you did one more commit, we call the C6. So now what happened? Your release, whatever you're having, right? This one. Now this release 1.1 here, it will be pointing to the latest commit here. Am I clear, sir? This will be pointing to the latest commit actually. Like this. Right? From here, you took a new branch which is release 1.1. Right, and from here you started committing. So now what I'm saying that now now you need to check out from the release to the main branch, come back to the release branch, and in the come back to the main branch, and from the main branch you try to do some more commits here in the main branch. Right. So my question here is that actually I need to, after doing this, what happened that I will try to do a checkout to the main branch and create some commits under main, like C7, like that C7. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll just first run a git branch, just check where you are under release branch. Now I'll check out to the main branch. So I'll just say git checkout to the main branch. Okay, now what happened, right? I will start doing some changes to the main branch. If I do a git status in the main branch, nothing there to commit, everything is clean, right? Right? Everything is clean. Now what you will do that under your main branch, you will do some changes. Okay, I'll go back here. What I will do, I will go to the .ignore file, .git ignore. Here what happened, I'll just say that, okay, please ignore any file which is having a .pyc as an extension. Just I'm adding only this line, right? Come back here, and now I will do a git status. Now you could see that you have modified this file. Okay, no problem. You will just say git add a dot, and I'll just say git commit -m. What is it actually? C7, right? C7 modified git ignore file, like this, right? And I'll say you have committed it. So as per this diagram, if you go here, so what you did here, you checked out to the main now. Am I clear, sir? Checked out to the main, and then you did a commit actually. What is the commit you did? You did a C7 commit. Now you could see that now you are sitting in the main branch and you have did the new commit, that is C7. Now you are saying that Rajesh, whatever I did a commit for C5 and the C6, I want to make this changes into your main branch actually. It means basically I want to merge these changes from the release 1.1 to the main branch. All right. So when you are merging it, actually, in this case, when you're merging it, while merging it, it will try to create a new commit ID. So if you go back here, now where are you now? The rule is that actually whenever you're merging, suppose you're merging to the release, you need to sit under the main branch and you need to merge it. So when I do a git branch, you could see that you are under main branch. Oh, okay. Now I can merge the release 1.1. So for that, I'll just run a command git merge. Okay. Release underscore v1.1. Now you see guys, when I'm merging it, see, it will open, it will say that, okay, and you need to merge means there has to be some kind of a merge message is there, it is there. So it is by default is giving something like merge branch, this release, okay, it is merging, no problem. I have to just say shift colon WQ exclamation, save and quit it. Right now you could see that guys, it has merged it actually, but it has created a new merge actually, a new commit it has created actually, a new commit it has created it. Am I clear, sir? Now when I do a git log, right? When I say enter, can you see here, guys? A new commit has been generated. You were there under the C7, which is nothing but in the main. Now when you try to do a merge, actually, then what happened for the merge to resolve all kind of a merge here? In this case, it created a new commit itself. See, this is the new commit which has created. And what is the message? Merged branch release 1.1 to the main branch actually. right? Or else you can just do a git log -fn one line. See? So this merge has all the changes. It has C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7. All the merge changes, what are the changes you did, right? Everything is there as part of this last commit actually. I mean, as part of last merge what you did. Am I clear, sir? Good. Now what you do as per this diagram, if you go here, now after this what you do that you will just run a merge with the release underscore v1.1. So when you merge it, you could see that you are merging from the release one dot to the main branch like this. So while merging, it is creating a new commit actually. Am I clear, sir? Okay, guys, this is all about, I want to explain you about branching. What we will do that we will continue the grid branching tomorrow also. Today night I will not take class because I already took 2 hours class. That is fine for us. We will give a break. So tomorrow morning we will have a AWS class tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. IST, guys. And again tomorrow evening around, we can keep it around 4. Is this time is okay? 4 o'clock is fine for all of us. If you want to have little
Yes.
bit delay, I can delay tomorrow, like 5 p.m. I can take evening class, the Git class actually. So that I will continue the Git branching itself, and I'll try to take 1 more session or 2 more sessions on the Git branching to complete the whole Git concept actually. So I have to show about merge configs now. All these are smooth, everything is going without any problem. But tomorrow, like what happened, like 2 developers are working on the same file, on the same lines, on the same line which they are doing, they are doing code changes. Obviously, what happened when you are trying to do any kind of a merge, there will be a lot of merge conflict will be there, and that is what the real challenge what you'll be facing in the real time, right? When you work in the real time, there will be a lot of merge conflicts will happen because a lot of developer would have worked on the same file on the same line, onto the same line. They have did a lot of changes. Obviously, when you're trying to do a git merge, it will definitely throw a lot of code conflict. It will try to give an error as code conflict actually. So you need to go and fix all those merge conflict, we say, by resolving all this, and then finally you do a merge. When you do a merge again, then again it will generate a new commit actually. Am I clear, sir? Okay. So guys, from now onwards, what happened? I will try to stick to one diagram. So probably I will try to stick to the mermaid. I will not draw this kind of a diagram, graphical diagram, so that it will take a lot of time. I'll only stick to this only from now onwards, because this pictorial, it will be good for you to understand very well. Is okay. So guys, with that, I will stop it today's session. Let me stop the recording. Okay.